Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, and all manner of spiritual topics such as the law of attraction, manifestation, and self-love. Today is going to sort of be another self-love video. The last video I talked about was the steps to self-love. Well, every day of your life, taking steps in the direction of self-love. So that could be exercising, doing a form of exercise you enjoy, because exercise is good for the physical body as well as the mind. It could also be doing a hobby or activity you love and enjoy. Today's subject is going to be about being your authentic self. So self-love also helps us be our true self, because self-love, a big part of it, is finding out who you are as a person. Now, as you go through life, your thoughts, your feelings will change, and you will change through life. But every one of us, we have a foundation deep within, and that's who we are at our core. We've all got light and dark within us, meaning that we all have the capability to do horrible and nasty things. Dark doesn't always necessarily mean bad. I just want to put that out there. Darkness doesn't also badness. Darkness doesn't also necessarily mean badness. Darkness could be your fears, your insecurities. It's got a magical art, but in this context where I said light and dark, we all have the capability. Some people, they might be good people, but they might do evil things to achieve their goals. But then it becomes a choice, so we've all got that light and darkness in us as well. But being your authentic self is, again, it's finding out what your beliefs and values are, what your interests are. So if you are a practicing witch, or you're interested in witchcraft, then it's honouring that interest. For me, witchcraft started off as an interest. And when I'm interested in something, I just keep digging and digging until I find out as much as I could. And then I started doing spells, rituals, and that's where my journey began, because I had a great interest. Most people as well, discovering your sexuality is part of being your authentic self. It's about figuring out now by denying your sexuality. So in my case, if you're gay, denying the fact you are that or hiding it only causes more suffering to you. Now, you may identify as gay, bi, trans. If you're a woman and you're attracted to other women, well, you may identify as a lesbian. However, it's up to you when you don't have to share that with the world or be out, and you only have to come out when you're ready to come out, so to speak. But being your authentic self, it's all these things. It's being your true self. So whatever religious beliefs or values you have, it's about honouring them. It's about accepting your sexuality, honouring it, embracing it, and accepting it. And it's knowing what your likes and dislikes are, and just honouring who you are, and not pretending to be something you're not. So many people, and self-love also helps you not to care what other people think about you. Because if you had a child, and if you were a parent or guardian, so those of you who are watching this who are parents and guardians, if you had a child and they were being bullied, you would tell them those are people are not happy with their lives, or they're jealous of you. You would tell your child the truth, but they shouldn't care what other people think about them. But we're good at giving or if you had a sister or a brother or a family member who was being bullied, you would tell them not to care. You would sympathise with them. You would give them you would give them love, understanding and sympathy, but you wouldn't care what you would tell them. You would care about your loved ones who's been bullied and who's hurting, but you would teach them not to care what other people think. And that's the way you need to be with yourself. And self-love teaches you that. Why should you care what strangers think or other people think? Their opinion does not matter. You should not allow external things outside of your control to affect your internal world. And self-love, it teaches you that. Be your authentic self. Be you. If you like dressing a certain way and that makes you happy, you're not hurting anyone, dress that way. If you wish to practice your religious beliefs, yes, you will get spiritual or religious beliefs in public. You may get curious folk. People may give you weird looks, or they might bully you. That might happen, but you shouldn't allow people to stop you from doing what you love. And that's all. And this takes time, because once you get to know yourself, it's about honouring that person you are, and it's about being your authentic self, being your true self, and then it's about learning not to care about what other people think about you. And that all takes time, and that's how self-love, and the other video I done, it's steps. Each day of your life, you're taking steps to better your relationship with yourself. And self-love is about desiring to have a good and healthy relationship with yourself. And in order to love yourself, you need to give yourself permission. You need to have that desire to love yourself. And as long as that desire's there and you give yourself permission, and then you've got to work in figuring out who you are. And journaling can help you there. Shadow work, journaling, that can help you figure out who you are as an individual person. And shadow work is simply the art of asking yourself questions and then giving it an answer. And so shadow work can really help you figure out why you think the way you are, and really figure out what you've been through, how that's affected you, and it can really help you find out who you are. And this video, being your authentic self, is the message is work on figuring out who you are and work on accepting yourself, because that's what self-love teaches you. Once you know who you are, be who you are and accept who you are. And that's what being your authentic self is all about. Whoever you are, be that person. And you'll find that you're not. Some people are afraid to be their true selves, because they think if the world knows who they are, they're going to get judged. Judgment can stop people from being their true selves, or they think I might hurt people from my true self. There can be all sorts of things that might need to be dealt with psychologically. Some things you can treat in your own therapeutic way, but if you feel the need for therapy in your life to better your relationship with yourself, then that's maybe something you should take steps in that direction. However, I'm just going to leave it here, and the message from this video is be your authentic self. Learn who you are, be who you are, and accept who you are. And that's a journey and a process that you'll work through. Now, thank you for watching. I'm grateful for your support, your guidance, and as always, I just give food for thought, and I share little bits of knowledge to help you in your spiritual journey or personal journey of self-love. And the next video I'm going to do is going to be on the moon and moon energy and things that correspond with the moon. However, until the next installment of Spiritual Wisdom, may meet, may part, and meet again. Blessed be. Have a great day or night, wherever you may be. Blessed be.